What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Thursday night live stream. Sorry I've been missing in action for the last couple of weeks. Hope everyone can hear me all right. Took a week off last week and went to the cottage, so I was hoping to do a live stream from there, but the signal was just too bad. I didn't think it was going to work out too well. But we're back here for another Thursday night. See, we had Leela and Granny and Paul all in the house early. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for coming over from Tuber Chat there. It's a busy night for live stream. I see that Gail from, what is it? I can't remember her name. Then her new channel's name, Broken Hearts Ministry. She just went live too. So busy night, but that's fine. Lots of room for everyone. We got Mr. K9 in the house. I'm assuming you're over from Matt's channel. I'd heard something about that in the news, or saw it on Facebook today. So that is a shame. So anyways, thanks for coming over. Like I say, we got Leela in the house and Paul's here. Like I was saying, it's got busy for a couple of weeks there and just had to take a break from the Thursday night live streams, but we're back at it. Hopefully we can stay pretty consistent. Don't really have a ton to talk about specifically tonight. The channel's doing well. We're getting close to that 1,000 subscriber mark, so I'm definitely grateful for all the support that everyone's been giving us. I think we're up to 978 subscribers right now, so we're getting there. You know, hopefully within the next week or two we'll get to that mark, and then continue to work on the watch hours. I'm always willing to swap playlists with anybody. If you need watch hours, I can help if you're able to help run my playlists. I know Leela and Granny are been a huge help with that. I'm up to just under 1,800 watch hours now, I think, which puts us needing right around 1,200 more to get to that first level of monetization. But like I say, we'll get there. Hopefully, with any luck, one of the videos I put out will get some traction and get some some bigger watch hours, but you just never know with YouTube, right? Yeah. No, I appreciate the help that you guys are giving me. It's like I say, I've gone really quite a lot of hours in the last 2 months kind of thing. So it's definitely been helping. So yeah, like I say, we're just about that 1,000 subscriber mark. So that's definitely exciting to get to that first part. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping that once we get up to that part, I'll do a giveaway or something, with a gift card or something. We'll work out something and just to celebrate that part. Both accounts. I made another account for my TV. Oh, there you go. That's funny. Yeah, I've got. I'll go take a look at yours again, Leela, and run it from my account. So I've got 3 accounts set up that I can run them for. So anything that's not red, I'll run them again and do that for you. Chaffles do well. They do. I don't know. It's kind of, they're not doing as well as they did for a while. There was a while there they were doing 300-400 views, and now they're they're not doing quite as well, but they're still fairly well watched. And like I put out that community post this week. Hopefully, everyone's all right with the other kind of content that I'm putting out there, like the hummingbird video that I put out yesterday or the day before or whatever it was, and then any of the stuff I got from the cottage last week. I still have another video to do. We did a float down a river in tubes that I recorded the whole thing of on my GoPro, so I'm going to put that up as well. So hopefully everyone's all right with that. I know it's not keto related, but I'm just trying to expand and do the things I enjoy bringing to you. So binge watch Leela is my master list. Yeah. Okay. So I'll go back and check that. And like I say, anything that hasn't played, I'll play it, and then I'll check my other accounts too. So wait till diet season hits. Yeah, it is definitely up and down. We are starting in September. There's a big group of us that are going to be starting a monthly collab series as well. So a bunch of keto channels, we're all getting together, and we're all going to start doing different collab videos each month. So in the first week of September, we're all going to drop a video with the theme of back to school lunch. So watch out for that. I'll drop that video, and then I'll tag everyone else that's part of the collab as well. So hopefully as things go, we're going to try and do sort of videos that are sort of relevant to the time of year that we're putting them out. So hopefully that builds things up. We got Hyla in the house. Good to see you, Hyla. Thank you for that. Yeah, if you can, give it a thumbs up, share it out if you can. Definitely appreciate it. Just trying to get some watch hours. I've been taking inspiration from Leela and your sort of silent live streams. I'm just trying to come up with something I can do like that as well, because I could even do them while I'm sort of out working during the day, just to get some watch hours. Unfortunately, I need a lot of watch hours, so I'm gonna have to basically do whatever I can. But anything that interests you, yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're almost there, Hyla. I think we're 978 subscribers. So as long as we don't lose anything from this live stream, then we'll hopefully get there in the next week or two, and then have a real focus on the watch time. Change the name to just Jason Keto and more. Yeah, it's funny. For the longest time, the name of my channel was just Jason, and then I added the keto part because that's sort of fit with it. And it's one of those things when once you start getting a following, you don't really want to change it and mess things up. But I also don't want to necessarily be strictly, bringing keto content. Anyone that knows me knows that I'll support anybody that just wants to live a healthy lifestyle. It doesn't have to be keto necessarily, carnivore, paleo. I'm not the biggest fan of vegan, but do what you have to do to make yourself healthy. And, I'm always going to be there to support it. So it's something I've been thinking about, is maybe changing the name, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do right just yet. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind for any changes down the road. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, almost there. If YouTube would stop taking taking subscribers away, I would have been there a long time ago. But oh well, YouTube does YouTube things. We just have to live with it, I guess. Your watchers are being stalled. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah. So, like I say, and that's why I'm nothing I put out that isn't sort of keto related with recipes and stuff usually does too well for views. But at the end of the day, I'm just there to put it out so that hopefully some of you enjoy watching it. So I set a goal to have my master playlist at 100 watch hours the end of August. Well, there you go. So yeah, it's always a good idea to have uh, the watch list or the master playlist as big as you can, because obviously then you can, if people can play that list for you, then it really helps. I think my playlist right now is sitting at, I can't remember how many hours it is. I know it's like 2 days or something, 2.5 days. Yeah. Oh, I've had some big time losses in one day too. It's really depressing sometimes. It hasn't happened lately, thankfully. For the most part, it's only been, I'll go up and down, one or two in a day. And I also understand that one of the problems with my subscriber count is a lot of those subscribers come from my shorts videos, and those videos don't necessarily retain viewers as well. Once they start seeing other things that I'm doing, a lot of people unsubscribe. So maybe lose by changing and adding format. Well, yeah, that's the way I look at it too. Like I say, it's, at the end of the day, I interact with a lot of people that aren't, in a keto community. So I'm not too worried about being part of a greater, a bigger sort of kind of niche, as you put it, and that's why I think a lot of times I've sort of gotten into, I've become friends with a lot of homesteaders as well, because a lot of homesteaders are what they're doing is a lot of the time is just trying to eat better and grow their own food, which ultimately aligns with what I'm trying to do. So yeah, we're getting there. It's slowly but surely. It's been over 2.5 years that I've had the channel. So yeah, but it really hasn't, most of the growth I've had on the channel has been within the last 6 months, since I started networking with a lot more people and going to places like Tuber Chat and getting to know, most of the people that are in the chat tonight, and just being part of the community at large and getting to know other creators and getting to know their fans as well. It's a huge difference in allowing the channel to grow for sure. So one of the other things I wanted to sort of, and I can show you, is I've been thinking about getting some stickers made up for the channel, just to hand out, at different events. Like I'm going to Keto Palooza in Tennessee in October, so I wanted to have some stickers to hand out to people there. So I was working on coming up with something for the channel that sort of represented the channel. Do you grow much here? No, not really, Paul. It's we have a little tiny garden patch that this year we grow 2 different kinds, like cherry tomatoes and Roma tomatoes, and then a bunch of onion bulbs. So that's really the extent of it. Personally, for me, my diet is 85 to 90% protein. So growing a lot of vegetables wouldn't really make sense. We wouldn't be able to use up all that. Even what we've got this year, it'll be hard for us to use up. So short answer, no, we don't grow a lot, but we grow some different things every year. You know, I've grown some hot peppers and green peppers and stuff like that too. So maybe next year I'll get into trying to grow some more peppers, but it's sort of a hobby at the most part. We have lots of plants, just not very many vegetables. So, oh, I got Cooking in a Mo. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. I've got to get caught up on your channels. I've got them in a catch up playlist. It's just every time I miss someone's videos, I put them in a list to watch. I just have to run that list. It's been super busy this week, but you're definitely a great supporter, so I've got them ready to go. Anyways, so what I did is I came up with a design and then had someone that's actually in the Tuber Chat family, Corinne's life. She prints stickers and stuff like that. So I sent her the design, and this is what we came up with here. Hopefully it'll focus for you. So these are transfer stickers that, so it's not actually a backer. You know, you peel off the white back on it, and then it'll just transfer the words and the images kind of thing. So I got a whole bunch of those made up. You know, I've got almost 100 of them made up. So it'll be one of those things, once we get into memberships and stuff like that, I'll send those out. And then, like I say, going to events and all that, I can hand those out as just something to represent the channel. You know, it's an easy thing to do without spending a ton of money to get the channel out there. And then I'm gonna also get some, stickers made up that I can put on my personal vehicle and my work vehicle with my channel name and everything. So that was just something exciting I wanted to show you guys, that Keep on Thriving is sort of, what I like to say at the end of every one of my videos. And you'll notice that my avatar is the same now too. Basically it's that same saying. So I figured I'd go with that, and just, it's because that's what I'm here for. I'm out here to help people thrive and, do the best they can. So I need to do that and hand out to people when I'm out filming. Yeah. So it's something easy and quick that you can have with you. Keep a few in your car, and, anyone that you talk to that you want to, because then you can just give them something. And that's why I added my channel name at the bottom there, so that it's easy for people to know where to go. Yeah, thanks for that. We're getting really close. It's hopefully, like I was saying earlier, hopefully we can get to that 1,000, shortly. It's been a slow go, but at the end of the day, it's some channels grow really quick, some channels don't. Sometimes, you get some channels that can get thousands and thousands of subscribers with, just a handful of videos. And then sometimes, you don't even get there with 400 some odd videos. So it's just, but that's fine. I understand it. I'm not exactly the kind of content that's going to attract a lot of people quickly. I don't think, I found a lot of those channels that grew really quick is that they started their channel, when they start a health transition, and that seems to attract subscribers quickly. Whereas I had gone through all of my, I had already lost all my weight before I even started the channel. So I kind of regret that now, but really not much I can do about it now. Rickwin's here. It's good to see you. I'm here. Just came on just as I was taking dogs out. Cool. Thanks for coming by. Everyone's saying hi. Not to be so, well, what happened is I actually ordered 50 of them. And so shipped with shipping and everything to get the 50, it was around, I think it was $1.25 a sticker. So just over $60. These are, you say these are UV resistant, so you can put them on things outside and they won't fade. So they're fairly good quality material as well. And then what happened is, I guess the printer had an, like, one of the piles is, they're all really good printing, and then another pile there was an issue with the printing, so they're not 100% perfect. So I was able to get the second part at half price. So, like I say, it's I didn't think it was too bad. So I don't know, just one of those things. Like to have it. I don't know how fast I'll go through them, but it's good to have to hand out for sure. Everyone's talking. If you had old photos, you could make it before and after. Yeah, I've got a video where I did that. I told my story and that, and used a before and after photo. I only, as far as specific photos for my weight loss journey, I took one photo before I started, or the day I started, and then one photo a year later. And I didn't really take, obviously I probably should have taken more photos throughout the year, but that's just not me. I don't really even like photographs myself, but so I put it out there in a video, just about my journey and everything. Again, it's one of those things where I don't know if I'm going to have to pivot to, doing more of the what I eat in a day videos, and doing, what I eat in a day to maintain a weight loss, like videos like that. You've all seen them. I don't know. It's just, it's not what I really gravitate to. It's more, I like to do the recipe videos and come up with different ideas for that. But you never know, might incorporate that coming up as well. Everyone's still talking to each other. Got to come up with a brand idea for myself first before yeah. That's one thing. And, like I say, that's why I came up with, I figured I'd use this, keep on thriving saying, and the thumbs up, because that's how I like to end all of my recipe videos. Right. So I figured that was as good as anything to put on a sticker. So Jonas here, it's good to see you. Hope everything's doing all right out there. I know there's a lot of wildfires are just crazy out there right now, and hopefully the air quality is not too bad on your end of the country there. Everyone's saying hi here. So yeah, like I say, I've been, constantly trying to come up with different ideas for, recipes that aren't necessarily just specifically, keto recipes. Although I wouldn't really make anything that's non-keto, but I try and make things that are, just going to taste good, regardless of your, whether you're keto or not, right? Like the last one I put out with the bacon wrap cheese curds in the air fryer, really, that tastes good to anyone. You don't have to be keto to have something like that. So ideas like that, I'm going to try and come up with more recipe videos that aren't chaffle related, because again, I like doing them and I'm going to keep doing them. it goes in waves. Sometimes I think that whole thing is kind of played out, but that's why I keep kind of trying to come up with things that I haven't seen before. Dying to thriving. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a good saying for sure. You were saying that you're gonna. Were you saying? I remember a while ago you were saying you were gonna do uh, start your own channel eventually. So I don't know if you're still gonna do that, or that'd be cool if you can do that. I've joined a lot of channels to support that. I also unsubscribe from some as they think that their videos have so much drama. Yeah, that's why I don't know. Sometimes I feel like my quick recipe videos are, for the most part, I don't get any hate on them. I don't. They're usually pretty well received, so that's why I enjoy doing those. And ultimately, I've never really been. If there's one thing I can't do very well with YouTube, is sit down and make a video like this talking about me. You know, ultimately, the only reason I'm here is to help you guys. Like that's the reason I started this YouTube channel is I was here, and that's why I like doing the interviews with other people so that they can help you. That's why I'm here. Like I'm not really here to talk about me. So that's why I don't really do a lot of the vlog type videos. Plus I'm not very good at it. So, it's for me to put out a lot of content or enough content. I like to be able to do things that are quick and easy, get it out there so that you guys can watch it. Me talking to the camera with a specific topic in mind, I have a really hard time getting out what I want to try and say. So I think that the first real foray into vlogging will be at Ketopalooza in October because I'm going to try and sort of document that whole weekend. So we shall see how that goes. Yeah, just whatever you're eating too, and can do the chaffles as well. Yeah. Fires are not too bad here. It's BC, and my cousins live in. Yeah, it's just really crazy. I know, like, it's crazy how, we are getting so much rain here when, you guys could definitely use it out there. So just the way it works out, though, I guess. I don't do those kinds of channels either. Negativity and meanness. Yeah, I don't like negativity on channels, and there's been a few that I have unsubscribed from, and I don't want to get into specifics about who I support and who I like to support. Obviously, everybody that's here that has a channel, 100%, I like to support you as much as I can. And there are, some bigger channels that I follow, but there's also some bigger channels that I've found have no interest in supporting anybody but themselves. So if that's the case, then I don't, unfortunately. I'm here to build this channel so that I can help people. I don't have time to be supporting other people in the community that have no interest in supporting everyone else. So, but that's basically all I'll say on that. After Christmas, I'm heading out to Fort Mac for 55-day shutdown. Cool. Shorts, those are some of the few I will watch. Yeah, like I say, shorts are another thing too that I just put another one out tonight. Again, I like doing them. I know they don't really help the channel necessarily because I get subscribers from it. No watch time. Not that they're much watch time anyways. But they do get out there pretty good. I'm finding most of them are doing pretty well for views. But the thing with it is, like you can jump on your phone when you're making anything, and I found that the shorter you make them, the better. You just jump on your YouTube app, fire it up, make a short, record 10 seconds worth, put audio on it. Doesn't really matter what it is for audio. Just pick something you like, put a bunch of tags in the description and upload it. Shorts videos for me are a 30-second venture. So that's why there's probably more shorts on there's definitely more shorts on my channel than there is full length videos. So, but I enjoy doing them. Like I say, they bring in subscribers that a lot of them actually leave afterwards, but slowly it's helping. We got Danny in the house. Good to see Danny. Someone else over from Mr. Matt's channel, Matt Keto and Wrestling. He was on the channel here on the podcast a couple of months ago. Yeah, we all have to do what we can do, right? Like there's everybody has a different style, and if it's what can keep you going, that's the way. And do what you do what makes you happy doing, do what's easiest for you. I think, I personally think if I was to do things that I'm not really comfortable doing, then they're not going to come across well to you guys. So no drama for any of us. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And, and that's the thing too. Like we can't always, unfortunately, we can't, even if we want to support a channel. I'm following on this account here. I'm subscribed to like over 300 different channels on this account of mine. And there's no way I can keep up with all of them. That's why, like I say, I have a list that I put videos that I want to run to support you all in there, so that I have it in a list, so I don't have to go searching for it. Because what I like to do, and this hopefully everyone understands it, is where I like to support real time is in premieres and live streams. Like if you're doing a premiere and a live stream and I'm available and I see the notification come up, I'll do everything I can to be there. I may not be there for the whole thing, but I'll try and be there. So, and then videos, I play catch up on a lot of times. So we just had 3 days of rain. Yesterday here in Ontario, we have a highway that goes from here to Sarnia at the Michigan border. And that highway was underwater yesterday. They got so much rain so quickly, they had to close the highway, and there was sinkholes opening up, and like people were sending videos in, showed the highway was basically like over the guardrails, high in water. It was just ridiculous how much rain we got. Probably fit that in that category. Yeah, like I say, I don't want to get into specifics or anything, but I've supported a lot of channels and tried to put things out there and never received any kind of input or support. So again, that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. It's just I don't have time to support channels that aren't going to help me on my journey to help as many people as I can with my channel. So, but like I say, I have nothing against any channels, more or less. There's a lot of channels out there I would never subscribe to, but that's just the way I'm going with it. As far as who I'm out there supporting, like you'll see me out at Shelley and Heath's live stream every Friday night. I'll try and get to Matreya's live stream every Sunday. Two Crazy Ketos, I'll try and get out there on Thursday nights. They're after my live stream most Thursday nights. Again, two Crazy Ketos, I've just been with them since day one when they started their channels. So I definitely, that's one channel I'll always support. I support Dr. Barry's channel, even though, nobody can ever keep up on his live streams. But, I just am really impressed with what he's doing. But there's a lot of big channels out there that, and rightfully so. Again, they're there to do the same thing I'm here to do. But so I have to think about me and the people I'm trying to help first. So we'll leave it at that. Like your shorts, thank you. Again, ultimately they're kind of repetitive. There's 100 cheeseburger videos, and there's 100 steak videos, and all sorts of different things on there. But it's what I like putting out there, and it seems to do pretty good. So I need to go watch your channel. The people I don't watch are usually those that have a good message, but I don't gain anything from watching them. Yeah. Lila's got a great channel. She's fun with her videos. She gets out there talking to other people, and, it's just all fun content. I find that's why I've enjoyed getting to know Lila for sure. High pressure pushing the rain up your way. Yeah. Hopefully it cools down there. I know the south down there has had a lot of hot weather, so hopefully you guys can get some cooler weather soon. It's been pretty cool here the last couple of days, but then it rains and it gets all muggy again, and I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure out this year for the summer as far as weather. I struggle with my filming ability skills. My ADHD shines bright in my filming. I can't help it. Trying to slow down and learn. Yeah, well, that's all you can do. That's the thing, is eventually you get better at doing, each video gets better. You find out what works for you. Like, you've all seen my recipe videos. Again, I just record it all with my phone. I find it easiest to, just be able to do what I'm doing with one hand and film with the other hand. Sometimes I use my GoPro. It's not like I don't have tripods to put everything together, but I don't necessarily think that I need to put it in a tripod and record the whole thing. Eventually I'd like to get something so I can do like a top-down view of what I'm doing. I just need to get a big boom on a tripod, like on something, so that I can, just film from above and get everything I'm doing all at once, because that would probably make it easier to just film the whole thing and then basically cut it into a video and release it. But yeah, we all learn from doing, right? Like, that's all you can really do. Is my first few videos were pretty much a disaster too. So, every time you put something out, you get better at it. So, learning on y'all, that's all you can do. The one thing, I don't know if my GoPro's upstairs. I've got a GoPro that's too old to have image stabilization in it too. So that's another reason I don't necessarily use it too much. I want to get into a newer model in the next year or so that has stabilization, so that if you're, doing handheld, you don't get it. It's not too jumpy, right? Say less, I promise. I get you. The same thing. My point I said is, if we meet on a support chat, I should be. Yeah. Like I say, I'm all about helping people that like to help other people. That's just the way it is. Yes, everybody has to run their channel their way. Yep. Yeah. Layla's in western. Yeah. Cool. Everyone's talking back and forth. Yeah. Yeah. And that's, I don't know if Hyla's still here, but Hyla's got a pretty good setup of her crafting on her crafting channel as far as the view that she's got when she's doing top down work as well. She's got a good setup going on over on her channel. Like I say, I've got the equipment to do it. I just need to get something because I don't really. What I wish I had is like an island to work on in my kitchen. I just have my counter, and it's kind of hard to get the view I want while I'm working at the counter. But yeah, I'll get up there eventually. Just keep improving as much as you can. Thank you for that. My GoPro is a cheaper one I got on Amazon. It has image stabilization off my. Yeah, like I say, it's you got to do. I've got some pretty bad video that I've put out there too. Yeah, it's that's why I've sort of gravitated towards using my phone because my phone typically does. I find the best job of recording, and I can keep it fairly stable to do what I do. The camera that I use for things like live streaming, it's my actual DSLR Canon. Um, for the most part, it just stays here mounted. But then, okay, so you didn't have it turned on. Yeah, it's one of those things. I've done that too with my main camera. Is I've not had it turned on, and then you're like, oh, well, this will be great, and then you go and watch back, and it's just like it's so jumpy. But you live and learn. It's I've learned what settings to use on each camera that I'm using, depending on what I'm trying to do. That works best. Like even with this camera, I've tried to use 4K video. Yeah, it doesn't work. I've tried to do manual settings on it. It doesn't really work too well. I think it's probably because I have just a cheap capture card on the camera. But HD auto settings. That's all that's what works best. So that's what I leave it at all the time. So as long as you learn, and again, I think people will get past less than perfect video if you can have decent audio on the videos. That's why I like to try and add audio to anything that I put out there as well, because I find that that definitely helps. Plus, I've been finding that my cheap USB mic here might not be. It's not doing the best job these days, so I don't know if I'm gonna have to upgrade to something a little better, and then get away. Because when I first started, I didn't want to spend a ton of money on things like microphones and all that. I put a good amount into my camera, but the capture card, the microphone, stuff like that, I sort of went as cheap as I could, and it's done well for the most part. But might be time to upgrade to something a little more professional. Okay. Yep. I've not had any trouble with your audio for the most part. Like I say, it's always clear when I've listened to your videos. So that's always a big deal. And I know it's hard if you're because you do a lot of recording outside too. So you're kind of at the mercy of the elements, like as far as wind and stuff like that goes, because that can make recording audio so hard if you don't have the right microphone and the the cover for the microphone and everything else. But yeah, no, I've never, your audio has been fine as far as I can remember. So yeah, that's sort of what I wanted to talk about tonight. Like I said, nothing specific. And we just wanted to get back on here for a Thursday night and talk to you all. My headset has a microphone, but my phone, I just use the built-in mic. Yeah, same, because of budget reasons. I'm having to prioritize what I buy. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You have to figure out what it is you want to spend your money on. Most people, or a lot of people, just start with the phone they have, because most people have a phone, right? So I personally went out and bought my camera because I actually wanted to have a camera for taking still photographs as well. So I researched enough and bought something that I could use for live streaming as well, and I put money into that. And then I have recently sort of updated my setup here with a proper desk and a proper monitor mount and a couple of big monitors so that I can do editing. And one monitor has videos playing on it, and then the other monitoring I can do my editing on. And then I bought a refurbished PC to do my editing with. I didn't buy a new one. It's not completely up to date. So I've spent money where it needs to be spent, but then I've also, like my capture card, I think was under $20. This microphone here, like it's just a USB condenser mic, was $30, something like that. And then the mount that it's on was another $30. So, it's just the way it is. And then I've got, for the most part, I use, just a cheap headset like this. And then I've got my earbuds as well. They're just I just use the Raycon everyday earbuds. They're pretty affordable, good quality earbuds. But yeah, like you got to do what you got to do to slowly work your way up there. But like I say, you can do most of what you need to do with the phone if you have the right phone. So Hyla's still here. See Ron's come in the door. It's good to see you, Ron. Everyone's saying hi. Yeah, I use an older Galaxy phone and it works. Yeah, this phone here, this is a Pixel phone, like a Google Pixel phone, but it's a Pixel 3. I think they're up to get Pixel 7 now, and this does just fine. Like I haven't had any issues with the camera on. It's actually pretty good. So I'm definitely been happy with that. Bought a Yeti mic. Yeah, I've looked at those too. Like I said, I'm going to have to get into something a little more robust, I think. I don't know how it sounds for you guys right now, but I'm noticing that when I record narrations on my videos, I'm getting a little bit of interference off it. I'm not 100% sure that it's the mic's issue, but it's a cheap mic, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I can do. I've thought about doing that. I'll do a sort of quick, video with my entire setup and how I do things, and then I'll put it up there. I'll make a note of that to do that in the next couple of weeks, kind of thing. I just have to clean up around here, so because it's kind of a mess. I tore everything apart. Well, I didn't tear it all apart, but I took my camera down and got everything packed up and took it all with me to the cottage last week. So I actually remembered half an hour before the live stream tonight that I still had to put everything back together again. So it was fun. Get a headset with a mic on it when you're outside, can't you? Yeah, when you're outside, a lot of times you're sort of balancing between that ambient noise of nature and trying to capture your voice properly. I find a lot of, and I've got one, I don't know where it is. I've got a like a lavalier mic that pins on that can hook up to anything with a mic input on it, uh, that you can use. It has a cover over it too that will cut down on wind noise. Again, I don't record very much outside, not audio anyways. I do some video, but I don't do a lot of recording um, outside, so I don't worry too much about the audio. One thing I want to do, uh, hopefully it'll work out in the next couple of days. I put out that hummingbird video there the other day, which those birds just fascinate me. So I always have my feeder out and they just go nuts on the thing. So now what the next one is going to be, I've got my GoPro on a mount, and where that feeder is hanging, I've got a window right beside it that I'm going to stick the GoPro to on. So hopefully I can get shots of them from like that far away in 4K. I'm just trying to get the best video of that for you guys as I can. I was going to do it the last couple of nights, but the weather's just been nasty, so I couldn't really get into it. So, but things like that, that's the kind of stuff I enjoy doing, and I just find it interesting. I will do a setup video. Yeah. I've been meaning to do that for a while. Again, one of those things, you just got to sit down and actually do it. So I'm saying hi. We're going back to school next month for film and media. Cool. Yeah. Always good thing. Always good to be learning new skills. If I had any kind of time to do things like that, I would. Still working a full-time job is kind of taking up my time, and I don't. I've got family to be with, so I don't like to take up too much time. So. PC for gaming, and built himself a new one, gaming one. My monitor is a TV. I got it at a yard sale. My keyboard, yep. And again, that's all you need. Like my keyboard, or the keyboard that I'm using here, is a wired keyboard that came with the computer. I think when you buy a computer off Amazon, they'll throw in a keyboard and mouse, and they're the absolute cheapest pieces of crap that you can possibly get. And even my mouse, which is just a wireless mouse, is just cheap. So that's the next thing I got to get into. I want to get a proper, ergonomic mouse and a better keyboard. But again, it's one piece at a time, I guess. Yeah, and the thing you'll find with the like media, film and media classes too, is it helps you think about what you're going to do before you do it. And that's what I've been trying to do as well, is thinking to myself, okay, well, what do I really need to capture to get across what I want to in this video, right? Because if you can lay out what you want to get before you actually record it, then it makes the editing process easier. And then you don't wind up so many times when you're trying to put a video together thinking, oh man, I should have done this, or I should have done that. I don't have this footage that I wanted. Like ultimately it'd be a good thing to write it down so that you don't miss things, but I don't do it, but I say it would be a good thing. Just need to put it into practice. But that's what I've been trying to do, as I've been trying to think about what I want to capture to put into a video before I even start recording. And it's definitely starting to help. Our Georgia suburban homestead. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Another homestead channel that I've gotten to know. You see a lot of channel supporters in here. It's good to see. I like everyone out supporting each other, seeing everyone out and around, catching everybody's channels. Yeah, I don't. It seems, yeah, I don't think there's a problem when I'm doing live streams. It's just for some reason, and I don't know, maybe it might also be the software that I'm using, or I may have to adjust some settings in the software. The gain might be up too high on it. I don't know. I'll do some testing on it and see if I can adjust it. I just noticed that lately when I'm doing narrations for my recipe videos, I'm getting a background hum that I have, so I have to turn down the the narration a bit to get rid of it. So it might just be that I've got the settings set up wrong. So I will figure it out. But as you know, if you guys say that it's sounding good here on the live stream, then maybe it's not the mic itself. So everyone's saying hi. Some channels are quiet. So yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. And yeah, that's the other thing too, is a lot of, everybody has a different setup. You either have wireless lav mics or, a microphone that might be further away. That's why I like to keep mine on an arm so that I can keep it right here so that it's, full volume. Ultimately, I'd like to have it hanging just out of the shot to see how that works. I just don't have the capability of mounting it that way just yet. But again, it's just another thing I want to do eventually, just to get it out of the screen, out of the shot. The way it doesn't make a huge difference. Like people don't. I'm sure no one really cares about seeing a mic, but it's just one thing that I'd like to do eventually. I thought of that, but I do want the ambient sounds. Yeah, it's give and take. Sometimes if you change the mic that you're using, you gain good quality audio like for your voice, but then you lose the background. So it also ultimately depends on what you want out of it. But like we've all heard, and I'm sure everybody's heard, that ultimately people will stick around for less than ideal video on your uploads. But if the audio is bad, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people will click away, especially newcomers to your channel. So it's always a good idea to make sure that your audio is as good as can be. Everyone's still saying hi. Maybe I should film tutorials on Premiere. Yeah, there's a lot of good information out there. If you're able to do that. The only thing I would suggest on that is if you're going to do stuff like that, you might want to start a second channel for it. Because again, like I don't know if you were here, you might find that your fans of your keto channel aren't going to be all that interested in it. Whereas if you started a film editing channel, you might find that you can, obviously, yes, you'd have to build it up again. But if you put out a channel that's mostly for that, again, that would just be my thoughts on it. You can obviously try and put that on your channel and see how it does. I just know that when I put non-keto content on my channel, my consistent following will watch it, but it doesn't get very many views. So again, that's just my thought on it. I will definitely check it out if you put it up there. I personally wouldn't like, I know Premiere and all that I don't use, or Filmora. I don't pay for any software for editing. Well, I did pay for what I use, but it was a one-time payment for a lifetime subscription. Like I've looked at using things like Premiere Pro and all that, and I'm not going to pay the prices they want for it. But I've also tried to get into using DaVinci Resolve, but so far my computer does not like running it. So I may have to upgrade my computer before I can start using that. So I use After Effects. Yeah, they're all. See, I'm not really very good at that kind of stuff, so I like trying to use simple things. I could probably get to know it, but I've never had any background in things like that. So the easier, the better for me, for sure. Yeah, and that, Leela, that's exactly why I try and make my videos as easy as possible. I get 10 or 12 clips out of my recipe videos with my phone, and I record them in a way that there's not a lot of excess in it. It's not like I just record the whole thing and then have to chop out what I don't want. I just record what I want. I put all the clips into my editing program. I put transitions between the clips, cut out a little bit that doesn't need to be there, pick some audio to put on it, narrate it, and post it. That's the way I find is easiest. Again, this gets back to knowing what you want to record before you record it, so that you're not spending so much time trying to piece things together after the fact when you're editing. Because yeah, it's just so much time. Yep. Yeah, definitely. If you've got a background in it, you know, all that kind of things helps. I've got a tech background. I can put any of this tech together and I can make it work, and I can build my own computer and do all that kind of stuff. But I'm not necessarily a media. I don't have a media background in any way. So learn mostly on my own. The studio helped me. Yeah. And that's the best way to learn too, eh? Learn on your own and figure things out. And then, you know, it may take a little bit longer, but like you say, if you're gonna take some classes to help on anything's gonna help, right? Okay, going cool. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'm just gonna wrap things up here pretty soon, anyways. I'm guessing I don't know if Too Crazy Ketos is going live tonight. I don't know that I've seen a notification for them, which is weird. Sometimes I don't see their notifications, anyways, but usually they're on at 8:30 on Thursdays. So we shall pretty much wrap things up there. My silly shorts get more views. Yeah, well, same here, and that's you know, shorts are kind of a feel good thing, I think, because you like to see those view numbers, and if I do have a shorts video that does 2 or 3 thousand views, typically I'll pick up 4 or 6 subscribers from them. um, and you like seeing things like that. Again, does it really help the channel? Who knows? But it's fun to do. It's not like it takes a lot of work, but and I know I've been doing this for 2.5 years, and I've had I've been through the you know spending time to make a video that you think is good and you think is informative, and you hope that people watch it, and then nobody watches it, and it gets discouraging. But at the end of the day, I've had videos that didn't get any views when I put them up, but then 3 months later they got lots of views. So it's just so hard to understand the algorithm sometimes. So you just keep plugging away and just do what we can do. But I think as long as you make it fun for yourself, you can keep doing it. If it's not fun, then it would be hard to keep going, for sure. So yeah, so that's about it. It's just been over an hour. So what we'll do is we'll wrap things up. I've got a couple of feelers out there with things I need to line up with other people to do interviews for the podcast. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'll have a new podcast episode for you. And then, but again, as long as, if I don't have premieres for you, I'll keep doing the live streams on Thursday nights at 7:30 Eastern. When I started posting the how to build a tandoor series, we're doing a pizza oven after this, and then pour concrete. Cool. Yeah, well, like I say, you got to, those all sound like great ideas to me too, and I guess that's sometimes the discouraging thing about YouTube is that, we all have these ideas that, oh, well, I think this is going to, everybody's going to want to watch this. And you may be right. Could be the best video that you've ever put out. You may do great audio, might do great video, and then for some reason YouTube just decides not to push it out anymore, not to give it exposure, and it may do well within your own community, but it doesn't get, if I could have the same traction as my barbecue review video from a year and a half ago from last summer, if I could figure out how to do that with every video like that video is up to 14,000 views now because it just keeps getting views every day, every day, every day, every day. And during the summer, it's like we're talking 100, 150 views a day. It's not a great video, and I haven't gotten a lot of subscribers from it, but it's tons of views. But if you can get that, figure out what YouTube wants out of your videos to make them make them make YouTube want to push them out, make people find them in searches. That's the secret, right? So, do some of your, yep, absolutely, go for it. Yeah, that's why I put them out there. I want people to try them, and if you want to put them out there, it's just if you tag me in them, I'll definitely share them on my community tab as well. So that's about it. Like I say, we'll pick up here again next Thursday. I may or may not have a video or podcast episode next week. I'm hoping to do recording Monday or Tuesday, but if not, we'll be back here for a live stream next Thursday. So that's about it. Like I keep saying every week, keep on thriving, my friends. Have a good night.